you going?
Hi there.
We're excited once again to be sitting down and sharing a message with you guys. We just wanted to help bring a clear perspective in this season and really just share what we're seeing and what we're feeling at the moment. And hopefully, and I know actually not even hopefully, it is contagious knowing that God's moving so powerfully at this moment and we're seeing miracles at this time.
Yeah. You know, end of last year and beginning of this year, Australia was experiencing a lot of bushfires, and the rest of the world really stood with us and prayed for us.
Yeah.
And we saw miracles, even though that there were the expectation, or they said that we wouldn't have rain until April. The rain came, prayers were answered, and it really was a testimony to how God hears our prayers. And I'm excited about the fact that now we're being forced to slow down, which means people have more time to pray. And we're seeing people praying, seeking God, calling out to God. And you know what? It means that God will move. It means that God is going to do mighty things.
Yeah, look, even just talking about the miracle that we've already seen with the rains in Australia. If you look out around us at the moment, it's just green everywhere. We've got so much green we're living in. We're living in the overflow of the miracle that we've already received.
Yeah.
We've got dams that are full. Look, we just wanted to encourage you guys to let you know that God is moving at this time. There's a lot of noise, a lot of hype across the world with with the coronavirus and everything that's happening. But understand that God's still on the throne. He's way in front of this.
Yep.
And with all this shaking, it's like the sifting. He's like sorting out who is standing on the rock and who's not standing on the rock. So we wanted to encourage you guys to not forget about that and not forget about going in and having your time with him and understanding that, with all the division that's happening at the moment, everyone's been sent home across the world. There's lots of stuff that's just stopped. Church gathering isn't getting together as a big assembly anymore and getting together in little assemblies. But I see that as something that's so powerful, because instead of the one gathering where God comes, there's hundreds of gathering everywhere. And it's like flooding the earth with the Spirit of God. And we know that where the Spirit of God is, there is freedom.
Yeah. At the end of last year, we actually sent a message out, and we were saying what we felt was the word for 2020. And I don't know if you remember, we said the stars will fall. Because that's what God spoke to us about, and we still stand by that word. We still believe that the stars will fall, that principalities will fall, and there will be breakthrough this year. But you got to remember, when you have a baby that's being born, you never have a baby that's been born without the labor pains. So we are going through the labor pains now, but it's not in vain, because God's going to bring something mighty, something powerful, and we're going to be in awe of him and what he's doing on earth.
And just so another perspective on that as well, when the baby's born, and I know that it's the mother that has a birth and goes through all the pain, but I just know every time that Nancy's looked at that baby, she's never remembered about the labour pains. It's always about the beauty that comes out of that. And I just feel like, we need to keep our eyes on Jesus and all hands on deck at the moment. And it was something that Heidi Baker said over and over again at the last conference I was that I attended in Malaysia. And the thing that she kept saying over and over again is all eyes on Jesus, all hands on deck. We need to keep our eyes on him, understand what he's doing, and be expecting what's going to happen in this season. But I just wanted to add one other thing that we need to do in this season. We need to partner with his word. We need to partner with the season that we're in and speak his word in the happening. So as God has spoken the word in the past, when it comes out of our mouth, it's confirmed and it's established in this world. So we have the ability, like it says in Proverbs 18:21, life and death are in the power of the tongue, and those who indulge in it eat the fruits of what they speak. So let's eat the fruits of the words that we're speaking of kingdom. Let's bring the kingdom to earth with what we're speaking, and let's see the kingdom multiply and take ground at this time.
Yeah, and the other thing that I felt to encourage you in Revelations, when Jesus was talking to the churches, he said the word perseverance a few times. And we need to understand that that was for a reason. In 2 chapters, it was mentioned about 9 times. It's really important that we persevere. So persevere, knowing that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, that there's something great at the end of the tunnel, and that's what God's doing.
So guys, just remember, this isn't doom and gloom in this season. Our mighty God is far above everything that's happening at the moment. Be expecting to see him move, to be faithful to his word, and be faithful for everything he's promised in this season. We love you guys.
See you later.
See ya.